Have you ever wondered how social media is being used as a tool to manipulate your beliefs, shaping the very fabric of society without you even realizing it? In a recent episode of the Jordan Peterson podcast, titled US, The Story Dismantling Partisan Propaganda, with guest Greg Hurwitz, this exact issue was brought to light. They exposed the covert ways foreign actors and domestic interests are polarizing citizens to the point of division. Today, we're going to break down the alarming details they uncovered about how both psychological operations and corporate greed are playing with the emotions of millions, turning everyday discourse into a battleground. What if I told you that much of the outrage you see online isn't even real, but carefully orchestrated? Jordan Peterson, in his conversation with Greg Hurwitz, emphasized how foreign psychological operations are infiltrating social media platforms. They revealed that these operations are meticulously designed to sow chaos and create division in America. Governments like Russia, China, and Iran are taking advantage of our most valuable freedoms, free speech and diversity, to manipulate the narrative. Foreign actors push inflammatory content aimed at creating outrage, using divisive topics like race, religion, and politics to keep Americans fighting amongst themselves. The scary part is that these efforts are succeeding. The algorithms on social media platforms amplify content that triggers emotional responses, making it easier for foreign actors to spread misinformation and deepen divisions in the US. Why does social media seem to know exactly what will get you angry? Peterson and Hurwitz dove deeper into how the algorithms on social media are weaponized against us. They noted that these algorithms are designed to maximize engagement by promoting content that evokes outrage, fear, and extreme emotions. But what's even more concerning, as Hurwitz explained, is how these algorithms aren't neutral. They're being gamed by bad actors. These foreign powers understand how to use the system to flood social media with false or misleading content, and the AI behind the algorithms helps push these narratives further into public view. What this means is that our social media feeds are not just reflecting reality. They are being curated and manipulated to keep us outraged, distracted, and divided, making us more susceptible to foreign influence. Is outrage the new currency of social media? Hurwitz also highlighted another critical aspect: the domestic actors who profit from this manipulation. While foreign countries manipulate for political reasons, numerous corporations, media outlets, and influencers in the US profit by keeping the public in a constant state of outrage. These profiteers, as Peterson pointed out, have learned to exploit the algorithms, creating a vicious cycle where content that drives the most engagement and, consequently, the most profit is almost always divisive and inflammatory. The end result is a media landscape that is not focused on solving real problems, but rather on keeping us emotionally hooked and polarized, further eroding the social fabric. How do you fracture a society? Start with its most successful minority. Peterson and Hurwitz discussed a disturbing trend: the rise of anti-Semitism. They explained how anti-Semitism has long been a bellwether for social decay. Hurwitz shared alarming statistics. 60% of anti-Semitic traffic on social media comes from Russian bots. The aim of this strategy, as Peterson emphasized, isn't just to attack Jews, but to divide and weaken society as a whole. By targeting a group that historically represents success and resilience, these bad actors sow seeds of hatred, knowing it will spiral into broader societal unrest. Anti-Semitism is just one example of how foreign actors manipulate social divisions to tear apart the very fabric of American society. When one group is successfully targeted, the entire society begins to crumble. Can we even keep up with the algorithms manipulating us? In their discussion, Hurwitz pointed out that the algorithms have become so complex that even the people who built them don't fully understand how they work. Peterson agreed, noting that these systems, designed to maximize profit and engagement, have created a self-sustaining loop of manipulation. The algorithms learn and evolve, constantly optimizing to drive more outrage, more clicks, and more profit. Meanwhile, our ability to process and understand the sheer amount of information these systems push at us has been overwhelmed. The terrifying reality is that we are no longer fully in control of the systems that shape public discourse. We are being driven by algorithms that outpace our ability to keep up with them, making us even more vulnerable to manipulation. Is there still hope for a united America? Despite the bleak picture, Peterson and Hurwitz offered a glimmer of hope. Hurwitz's polling suggests that at its core, America still has a strong, resilient center. Most Americans, regardless of the noise and outrage, still want a united country based on shared values. As Peterson emphasized, while the forces of division are powerful, they haven't completely succeeded. The challenge now is to find ways to unite the majority of Americans who aren't interested in constant conflict and division. The American center is still holding on, but it's under constant attack from both foreign and domestic forces. Rebuilding a sense of shared values and common purpose is crucial to resisting those who seek to tear the country apart. How do we fight back against this invisible war? Peterson and Hurwitz discussed practical steps that can be taken to counteract these psychological operations. Transparency is key. Understanding how social media algorithms work and holding companies accountable for their role in spreading misinformation is essential. Additionally, Hurwitz pointed out that rebuilding a sense of shared American values and focusing on real solutions to issues like immigration and economic inequality could help bring people together and weaken the power of divisive actors. The fight against manipulation and division won't be easy, but by increasing transparency, understanding the tools being used against us, and coming together around shared values, Americans can begin to take control of the narrative once again. So, we've uncovered how foreign actors and domestic profiteers are exploiting social media to manipulate and divide us. It's clear that these forces aren't just some distant threat. They're in our daily lives, shaping the conversations we have and the beliefs we hold. But what if the most dangerous tool in this battle for our minds isn't some distant foreign agent, but something far closer? What if the very devices we rely on every day are the secret weapon being used against us? In the next video, we'll dive into this alarming reality and explore how your smartphone, the tool you trust the most, has become a vehicle for psychological warfare. To stay informed, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join us as we uncover the next layer of this hidden battle.